Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. We are up and running here. I'm getting ready to make an amazing meal. Yeah. Are you ready for this? It's going to be good. Yeah. Vienna sausage bean grits. Yeah, it's fantastic. Isn't that awesome, isn't it? Hey, welcome to all of you people who are shut in. I've been up and running for some time, all day long, working on our show, and we've been giving you Corona updates on this event that looks more and more like they're faking more and they're freaking out more than the real numbers show. So it's very suspicious, and a lot of us are going to be looking at that tonight in the alternative news channel that we've created at coolrock.com, and we'll be doing whatever we can to get to the truth behind what's happening. Because what's happening is not normal at all. We're seeing a vast change in the way the government's handling things without any oversight, without any questioning, no transparency, no proof of anything. And the American people are really upset. So let's get together and stop the deep state. What do you say? It's a good concept. Yeah. Okay, we didn't really get a reaction from our stinger, so for some reason it locked up. But we've got this one. Okay, we're up and running. I got the second camera now, so sometimes these setups take a little while. With the second camera, we should have a pretty good shot of our cooking environment, okay? Now, I am getting in some chat rooms, so you'll have to bear with me here. We start the show pretty much on the fly, and it works very well. It just takes a little bit of a startup. So we'll bring that camera in here. Let's take a look. Yeah, got a wide angle lens on it. There it is. All right, we're up and running. Okay, one of the reasons why I chose these food items is we talked about this on the show. I talked to Misanthropy about this. We were looking at building a dinner that you could keep in your closet or in your pantry and draw whatever you would need out of it. Most of this you can make pretty much on the fly out of storage food. And that's something that I'll teach you how to do in just a second. Let me go off camera for a second. Okay, enabling the browser, and we should be up and running for you, those of you at our Cool Rock site. All right, thank you. Lugerman, you gave me a link earlier. You weren't very nice. Yeah. You gave me a link earlier, and you expect me to take your links seriously? No, I'm not high. Ellen, that's just wrong. How dare you? No, I don't want to put celery in it. Corona slop. Yeah, I don't really want to put celery in it. I thought about it. I didn't really think it would add to the taste of the Vienna sausage. It distracts from the quality of the product. Yeah. No, not right now, Tom. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a really good show featuring food that is so good out of the can that you'll be going, wow, I should have somehow pretended it was like the apocalypse earlier and started eating Vienna sausages. Yes, cumin is in the meal. Yeah. I'll be putting my cumin in there. Cumin. All right. We're going to put some really healthy things in here to build up your immune system if you really believe that this is a serious flu outbreak and you really are worried. Yeah. I honestly am taking precautions. I'm not going around shopping. And of course, the lines are ridiculous across the globe, you know. So why even bother if you got what you got? Prince Andrew, I'm so sorry you had a bout with your mother last night. I understand. It's okay. You'll work out your differences, I'm sure. How nice of you to come into my chat show and share with you all the things that I do to save money. And you'll have to be on a budget someday too, as you know. Because if you're not underground in the bunkers by now, Prince Andrew, you're not one of the lucky ones. Ha 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 ha. Don't mail me anything. Yeah, you don't have to mail me anything, buddy. That's scientific evidence that eating pork causes cancer has been debunked 50 different ways. It was an amalgamation of studies that had no merit and no double-blind studies against it. It was not even peer-reviewed, so stop bragging about something that didn't really happen. Pork is the other white meat. You'll be thanking me for teaching you about how to cook with Vienna sausages. You know, when we were on the road many times, Sarah and I would make Vienna sausages sandwiches. And nothing better than getting a loaf of bread on the road and a little jar of mayonnaise and spreading a little mayonnaise on that plain bread, wheat bread specifically, organic, and put those half slices of the Vienna sausages on there. I'm telling you, that is a sandwich. That's all you need. Mayonnaise, Vienna sausages, and wheat bread. Yeah, you got some problems there, buddy. You're going to get out of the show now. Okay, let's start the big pan. Set it up at level 3. Yep. And you guys at Periscope, let me get you going. Hang on. We don't even have any Periscope going on right now. It's difficult to imagine, but we're getting fiber optics soon. As in, so let me get you going. Hang on. We don't even have, as soon as in like maybe in a couple years. It's only 12 years they promised us fiber optics here. And Sarah said, we're going to do it. She wants to do it. As in, so let me get you going. Hang on. Okay, good. The early shut-in show is going on just fine. Okay, great. You are not allowed to do that. That is illegal. You have been violating our chat laws. You will be banned. Really, let's not go too deep into this. Thanks. While I'm making this one, no, we will add an egg if we have to. Okay. As you know, eggs are only for people that are hungry. Eggs are a great staple to put in your refrigerator. Yeah. This was never dry. I don't do any dry cleaning. I refuse. I cannot stand the smell of that toxic waste on my shows. Hello, I am Dave, digital audio video entity. My problem is the smell is not something I want to look at. I'm protecting myself against coronaviruses. Why would I want to smell chemicals, you know? Give yourself a fighting chance. These clothes are not dirty. In fact, last time you said that, is that last time you said that, you were banned, so enjoy the ban. I'm trying to conserve on my clothing. I'm trying not to use too many clothes so that I can avoid going to a washing machine, which may be in a couple of years, depending on, you know, where things are going. The Dow was great today, yeah. Dow Jones average is, let's take a look. Up 188 points, over 20,000 to 20,087, 188 points. See, a lot of confidence in our government and our economy. I do watch the closed Tom. That's a bannable offense. You have reached a bannable offense. Bannable offense. Repeat, bannable offense. You know, I heated up the swim spa, by the way. I started it up. Well, I wanted a fresh water supply in lieu of the coronavirus thing. So I said, you know, I'm just going to start it up, put filtered water in it, and keep it going. And when I want to dip into that purified water and take a swim, maybe late at night with my air mask on, I'll do that. Yeah. It's so nice to jump into 90-degree water and work out for 45 minutes. It's just incredible. I can't tell you how great swimming is. It's one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done. I've been swimming since I was 3 years old. I'm an excellent swimmer. Yeah, I've got this amazing flipper torso that kind of, you know, it's like, I can really move in the water, man. I'm even thinking of getting in the Olympics. Yeah, I just don't know if there's going to be Olympics in the future. That's the problem. Hey, yeah, we've got another thing going on over DLive. We've got the Corona News channel over dlive.tv/thirdparty. I do look like Michael Phelps, body-wise, yeah, I know. I don't know what it is, but I've always had incredible speed. When I was 10 years old and I was swimming, I took on 2 lifeguards, and I beat them both in the 50 meter. I was amazing. And they were like highly trained swimmers. I was like, I could beat you in the 50 meter, and I did it at 10 years old. Justice for Tamain, okay. Justice for Tamain, what's that about? Yeah. You know, the 40-inch waist was coming down a little bit. As it, you know, cutting back on food. It's almost like I've cut back so much that I'm losing weight. I had a chance to see Boy George parked out in front of a liquor store one day when I was in Santa Monica. I saw him getting out of his car and walking over to his... That was the only time I ever saw him. Okay, that pan's ready to go. Let's go ahead and cut the onion up. The onion's the first thing that gets in there. We'll use our road travel knife in case you happen to be on the road. This is really great. These Cutco knives. Can you believe I spent $30 for this thing? I'll never forget giving this guy $30. He said he was my friend. And I said, yeah, what's going on? Well, I got a new job selling Cutco stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. Unbelievable. He came over here and he sat in my house for like an hour and a half. I said, so what is it going to take for me to have you, leave? He said, well, you got to buy a knife, man. It's like, what? I got to buy a knife? Yeah, it's like, well, what do you have? And he showed me these $100 knife sets. I said, what's your lowest cost knife? That's it. The blade that will never go dull. It's always going to be sharp. And it really is kind of cool. Some people think I'm a robot. I try to maintain fluidity so that you don't think I am a robot. Always look at the knife when cutting it. I did a sharpening on this. It worked too. Okay, so about a half an onion, no more than about, I think between the onion and the carrots, it's no more than 50 cents worth of vegetables. Yeah, and get all that onion in there except for the base. You don't want that. All right? Today we're cooking with organic carrots, which I sourced at Costco before it became a nightmare to go down there. I've since picked up other organic carrots, but you have been removed from the show. Goodbye. Free expression. You have been removed from the show. Goodbye. So we're going to use just a few of these really for color, Also a little bit of yeah, I'm going to save this for a lunch. And when you're in this conservation mode, you got to conserve food. And if you've got a real big eater in your family, this would be perfect for them. Because we're going to actually use some grits here. You remember my grits from Y2K? Yeah, Y2K. We bought that in 1998. Amazing, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my French curl knife to kind of gently rock those carrots into existence. Line them up, knock them down. Make a nice cut right in here like that. See how easy that was? Today I bought pork for $1 a container, so that's, there you go. $1 for the pork, 50 cents for the Vienna sausages. So far I'm only into this for about $2. All right. Can of pork and beans you can get for $1 still. They are crunchy. Yeah, I'm ignoring you guys at iVlog, sorry. And as far as Twitch is concerned, if you guys want to talk, go to coolrock.com. I met a guy who did robots when I was young. He also wrestled alligators. He taught me everything I know about. There's no corn syrup in that, no. It's good. I checked out the ingredients. They're decent. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what it says. Vieta Vinile. Nice. It's got everything you'd want in it. You know, sugar, beans, molasses, no MSG. But it's not a non-GMO food, okay? Bon appetit! Robots, he did robots and he wrestled gators. The guy was one of the weirdest people I've ever met, and he was phenomenal at what he did. Okay, we're going to start with a little butter. Nice hot pan. Yes, the butter costs a little extra money, but I calculated that long term. You can use oil, but God forbid you use margarine. God forbid it. Not really. There's hardly any food here. Why do you say it's a lot of food? Okay, let's get the get that sizzle effect, shall we? Oh, that's not working too well. Oh, lost a carrot. I found it. Cover that up. Keep it at level 3 for a while. Hey, if you ever have any old onion powder, have you noticed that they always cake at the bottom? Like that? Well, this is one way that you could actually make this dish with onion powder or onion flakes. So, yeah, so you can do that too, especially if you got stuff, you know, sitting around. This is literally caked at the bottom. You see that? I'm going to kind of spruce this up a little bit with a little more onion powder. So I'm just going to put it in my hands. Just kind of rub it in there. Okay. Okay. You can also use these products here. I picked this up in New York. It's basically onion, you know, they can rehydrate. If you put them in water, they'll rehydrate and they make actual, no sardine oil on this one, sorry. Now you're mixing up your dinners. We are using a cumin, turmeric. Got some cumin, turmeric, and pepper. Good old-fashioned McCormick pepper. Now I was talking to someone just recently, and they said, "Yeah, I take a long time to get into this. It'll be a long pull out of this container. It'll last me another 6 years." No, I will not cater your wedding. Although Nikki, somebody did a wedding and did the whole wedding for $35. On all they had 4 recipes they put together, and they fed at least 100 people for $35. Isn't that cool? And they said, "We thank you so much, Dave, for giving these recipes," because they actually saved a lot of money on their wedding. I mean, granted, catering a wedding for $35 is bar none, probably lower than some of the Spanish weddings you go to in parks. All right. The nice thing about Vienna sausages is they taste great. They really are. And these things are 50 cents a can. And that's where I'm going next. I'm going to go to a dollar store and see, or Dollar General, and see if I can get a case of these things. I've got a few already, but I just stock up. You may not think they're good, but they are tasty. This can has been in the cupboard for about 7 years. And believe it or not, they are very tasty. So, yeah, I'm not making that up. Okay, I'm going to pull, whoop. I like to rinse them out. That's the thing. That's one thing you can do. See that? You can do that a couple times if you want. Check out the garden. Isn't this cool, the garden kitchen? I'm making my black pico tea for my sterilizer. This one. That's black pico tea that'll go in my sterilizer bottle with witch hazel and aloe. But isn't that a cool little garden we've got? I've got these onions. They're going to go outside in small planters, and we're going to grow onions. I'm going to get them started first so they start growing, and then put them out in the yard. I might have to grow them in a greenhouse too. Okay, so we're going to pull that. Usually you have to pull the center one out to get them going. But they don't have to be whole necessarily, but it's nice when they are. There we go. You can slice them any way you want. I'm going to slice them this way, sideways. There you go. There you go. That's your meat source. And believe it or not, that's a little bit of protein. When you put the beans in it, it's a lot more. So now I'm going to take the turmeric and put a little bit on there. A little cumin. This is just for flavor. And pepper. And they told me that if I use pepper with turmeric, it lasts better, and it's better. It lasts longer for you, and it keeps the turmeric in your system if you have a little pepper in it. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm taking his word for it. But here we go. We're going to throw this on top of the meal. Okay. All right, now we're going to go ahead and open the pork. Wow, that's been around. That's interesting. Okay. Why not? You know, I got to apologize. I thought that was that's really disappointing. Yeah. It's actually pork. It's like a pork sausage. Yeah. That's amazing. Well, hey, I just added a little bit more pork, right? I thought I had pork and beans. So now I'm going to add another can of organic black beans, which I picked up for $1.50. So, yeah. But you can get pork and beans for another $1 for the pork. So I'm going to add another $1 to the dish. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of a disappointing thing. You know, I'm going to do this Wild Harvest organic beans on top of it. But in a way, it'll be good because I'm going to take it up to 8 people. Yeah. There is salt in that stuff too. But this is pretty low in salt. I can rinse this too. Yeah, this is only about 350 milligrams. So I'm going to give this a little rinse. Well, that looks pretty good. Look at all that juice in there. Now I'm going to put that in the dish. There you go. See that? Okay, let that cook up for a bit. Yeah, I thought I had pork and beans. I had actual pork. All right. It's gone up to $3 for 8. Now I'm going to make an amazing boiled water. I'm going to fill up this with a little bit of well, actually, I'm going to go for the really good quality zero water filter. That's triple filtered water. Put approximately 1.5 cups in there. Grab your Himalayan sea salt. And take a pinch out of that Himalayan sea salt and drop it in your water. Okay, I'm going to put that on a high flame in the front here. Level 6. Cap it off. We're going to cook grits the old-fashioned way. Yeehaw! Oh, please, Willie, I asked you to not do that. Why do you keep doing that? Now you got to mute. My goodness. If you are still interested in hearing Corona news, I've got that playing right now on D-Link. dlive.tv/third-party. D-Live, D as in David, live.tv/third-party. Unbanned New York EMT. Why would you say unbanned New York EMT when you're already in here? Are you having cognitive difficulties? Thanks, True Blue. Are you having cognitive difficulties? Are you having a hard time understanding what I'm saying, New York EMT? You may have brain damage from excessive exposure to pollution. It's not uncommon to feel a little bit, yeah, you are having little blitzes in your mind. Some of you are suffering from a little bit of, you're a little out of it, the stress of the day, right? So what I do is I take this sanitization thing right here. It started as Burt's Bees originally, but their method is to add aloe and witch hazel to create a natural sanitizer. And I checked into it and I found that black tea, Earl Grey especially, is pretty much of an antiseptic. So I'm going to pour the black tea in here like this. Whoops, a little bit too much. Good, I'll have more of it later. And then leave a little bit at the top. Really just a little bit more. I'm going to squirt a little bit of witch hazel in there and a little bit of aloe. Just a little bit to fill the top. And I'll have myself a really nice disinfectant. Spawn fan, hey, how are you? Long time. We haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but you've been banned. David, weren't you a crucial part in the development of organic food? Yes. I walked into the, thank you for reminding me. I walked into the general manager's office and pitched him on organic food after he sent back my mass mailer that I sent to all the grocery stores in the United States. And I set up an appointment, got there at 9 o'clock, had a great conversation with him. I mean, pitched him on all the great things about organic food. And he said, this is great. I mean, the guy was jazzed. He's so jazzed, it was unbelievable. And I said, well, great. And I was thinking, you know, this is going to be a sale, a Safeway, general manager. I mean, we're talking big time. And he said, yeah. And I said, so what do you want to buy of the different items you saw? Oh, nothing. And he's like, it's like, but we both had that sense of joy about it. It's like I wasn't going to make a thing, but he was just so excited about it that it leached off into me, and I was like, yeah, I'm really excited for you. But I didn't make a penny on it. I just got the whole thing off. And like 12 years later, they finally had their production cycle ready to go, and they started the O brand. It's amazing. I think it was 85 I walked in there. It was 97 they started it. It took them 12 years to gear up, but they put a whole lot of effort into it. And boy, I'm glad too, because their organic food section at our Safeway is still buff. They sell organic food at about 40% higher than normal. And that's what I pitched them on. That same concept, because the evidence showed that people were willing to spend 40% more for organically grown food without pesticides and herbicides. And by the way, we're the only cooking show in the world that focuses on organic and non-GMO food when we can. The corn grits, I wouldn't buy them now because they're genetically modified. Unless it says GMO free, I wouldn't buy them now. But back in 1998 when I bought these for Y2K, it was, my God, get the hell out of here, you scumbag. You're going to burn in hell. Yeah. All right. It's not yellow, Milrose. I told you, you lost 2 accounts. Do you want to continue on that pathway? It's off-white. It's not a toupee. This is my real hair. Okay, so we're going to put quite a bit of grits in there. I'm going to give this little thing a stir right over here. And I'm going to throw some more turmeric in there. Now this is to build up your immunity. And cumin to help your mind work. Great taste combo. I love it with beans. All right, just cook that up. I'm gonna turn that to level 6 as well. Both are at level 6 now, which is medium high on a gas range. I'm telling you, corn grits, they're non-GMO kind. They're heirloom corn drips. Yeah, you have there are benefits from witch hazel, but I don't consider witch hazel the disinfectant. I consider the black tea. Yeah. Believe it or not, black tea has has an astringent antiseptic quality about it. No, New York MTA, I'm sorry, Tom blew it big time. No, the jets have stopped flying a lot, Prince Andrew, because they found out that you're no longer, living on Jeffrey Epstein's his little St. James Island. So they're no longer having to fly out there and look at you. Yeah, let's do some Patti LaBelle. Thank you. I will use a little Patti LaBelle. I'm going to use a little bit of, gosh. Now you got me all gushy over Patti LaBelle now. We're talking Patti LaBelle's non-salt blend. This has turmeric in it. It has a little special spice into it, too. She has a spicy thing in it. I think it's a little cayenne, but I'm not going to ask her. And I will use a little number 3. because I've got that barbecue taste going on. I might as well put a little heat in it, you know. Okay, I did a splash of Patty LaBelle, which is kind of like curry. And it's one shot of the number 3. 2 shots. All right, we're good. Okay, we got a full boil going over here. Believe it or not, I am going to put, you guessed it, Italian seasoning in here, in the water. Just to get it going, give it something different. Okay, I'm going to take a cup of corn grits. I know how much it is, and just put it in there. I can eye this stuff on pretty well. If it isn't thick enough, I'll know immediately. See that? That's not thick enough. I'm going to go a little bit more. But approximately 1 cup to 1.5 cups of water for grits. Okay, I'll get that going. I think I'll put the rest of this stuff in there. Well, I can't really do that. It's kind of hard to get it in there considering it's on the plate. Let me put a little water on it. All right. Okay, you're going to have that gritty smell here. Actually, it's just starting to thicken right now. And we'll go ahead and turn. Oh, look at that. Let's give that a good stir. And you can press into it and kind of break up the sausages a little bit. Beautiful. Oh, man. It's marrying all those flavors. I'm going to turn it down to 3. I'm going to turn both of them down to 3 at this point. We want more of a simmer as opposed to a boil. But here, this is good. This is like a, oh yeah, look at that. Look at how it's, see that? Beautiful. Keep it stirring. You don't want to let it set up. And we're going to put some butter on that too. All right. Yeah, this coronavirus has really put people on edge. And these are the kind of things you can stick in the cupboard. Corn grits, Vienna sausages, onion flakes. They even make canned carrots, believe it or not. Canned beans. Okay, keep stirring. You always want to keep it going. I'm going to throw some coriander in there, which is ground cilantro seeds. They don't really do anything. I just got to get rid of it. I've got this thing I bought at Walmart. It's like, there's no smell to it. Very little. It's just, they say it's good though. It's like a diuretic. It's good for your system. Yeah, more spices. But I like the Patty LaBelle. Good idea. I'm going to put cumin on there too. More cumin. If you have mild chili powder, that'll work too. Do not put cayenne though. It'll just burn up your entire mouth, your palate. Okay, you're done. Turn it off. Turn both the items off. We'll let that sit up. I'm going to readjust the meal down to 6 people. Yeah, I can't feed 8 people with this. So 3 for 6. That's not bad. 50 cents a person. Okay. Presentation time. Okay, let everything set up nice and press it down like that. Put a little water in there, maybe get a little bit more out of it. I'll let that set up. Okay, and then take this beautiful boiling mash and just cover it. Whoa! Just made it. All right. Now you can put this in a bowl too. It's great, yeah. I'm gonna let it cool off, and then once it cools off, it soaks into the corn grits, and you can actually spatula it right out. I know it's overflowing. Not by much, though. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? You can top it off with other ingredients you want. I'm gonna put a little pepper on there. I'm going to move the sausage, the Vienna sausages, so they're more appropriately placed, so that they're more beautiful. All right, and then we're going to top it off with pepper. You can do Parmesan if you want, but I'm going to save money on this one, and man, you're good to go. It's not eat. What the hell is your problem? My God, eat shit, Dave. My goodness, you need to be, well, I'd say quarantined, but you already are quarantined, so. Okay, well, this has been fun, and we got it done very quick. Oh my God, Dave, that is precious. Nothing putting a creative art in a paper bowl. Yeah. It's beautiful, isn't it? I believe what I've created is a work of art. Or a work of fart, depending on how you look at it. And I even have room for another meal. Yeah, how about that? You know, from Y2K to now, it's just amazing. 20 years. And the food is still just like it was when we bought it at Winco. No GMO food there at all. No, the can of pork might have been genetically modified, but I can't help you with that. Ace Spade says, that dish looks like my toilet on Sunday morning. It is food safe, yeah. All right, I'm going to step out now. Oh, you want me to eat some? Okay. Just to prove that I actually eat this food. All right. Let me dig into the grits and get a little of that. It's very hot. I got to let it cool off. Hang on. I'm holding an onion peel underneath. You know, I was going to say, if you run out of toilet paper, you could always use onion peelings. You know? It would work, wouldn't it? Oh my God. Oh my God, that's good. Praise the Lord, that's good. That's like it's a foodgasm, man. You have no idea how that good that is. Now the nice thing is, if you undercooked your corn grits, that will set on there, and even if you're a bowl, it'll mix right in, and it'll become great. All right, getting a lot of light here. Hey, I'm going to sign off. Thank you everyone for enjoying another wonderful evening cooking with David Sponheim. Take care.